name's Barbie. Today I'm going to do a very simple dish for you guys. It's a Chinese dish with some romaine noodles, some stir-fry vegetables, a can of sauce, and I'll show you what I use, and just some fried rice. Very simple dish. So if you're interested in seeing how to create a light meal like this, by all means stay tuned and we'll get right to it, guys. Okay guys, for this recipe what you're going to need is some brown quick rice. You're going to need some of these. I like to use the chili flavor, romaine noodles. This is, you know, you don't have to, but hey. And then some stir fry. I like to use the broccoli, Italian green beans, carrots, baby corn, cobs, and water chestnuts and red peppers. And then I also like to add the red pepper onion blend with yellow onions, red bell peppers, and green bell peppers. And some soy sauce. So the first thing we're going to want to start is, of course, our rice, this quick brown rice. We're going to get some of that going in this pan right here. Then we're going to take half of the bag of this and half of the bag of this and put them in a bowl and set them aside. So while we're waiting for our water to come to a boil for our rice, we're going to steam cook these vegetables with our double boiler while we're cooking the rice, just to save time. And then you're going to take your noodles, and I like to crunch these up. I don't like to leave them long. They're too difficult to deal with long. So I'm going to go ahead and crunch these up and get these ready. Alright, so we have our romaine noodles kind of chopped up, ready to go. We have set the seasoned packets aside. So we're going to just leave those set there. Our water's now at a boil, so let's get our rice going. So with our water at a boil, I'm going to add just a smidge of this olive oil to keep our rice from sticking together. That's probably, I'd say, about 1 tablespoon that I just poured in there. That's about 1 cup. Just stir it a little bit. Once I get that on a good, even keel going good, I'm going to turn that heat down just a little bit. I want to keep it at a boil, but not a real hard boil. Now while our rice is going here and we're getting that to a cooking point, I'm going to go ahead and start over here. I want to turn this into fried rice. So I'm going to start over in this pan and I'm going to go ahead and fry up my eggs with just a smidge of olive oil and get my eggs ready to go. I'm taking 2 of my farm fresh eggs from chickens that are right here on Scar Ranch, and I'm going to be scrambling these up into that pan. Okay, there. As you can see, I went ahead and put I got about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil in this pan over here. We're going to go ahead and crack these eggs. I use the whole egg. And we're going to get them to cooking. Okay, our rice here has been at a boil for about 10 minutes. So we're going to let that continue to boil, and now we're going to go ahead and take our double boiler here and we're going to stick that on top. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more water to this here, smidge to heat up, not a lot, not even 1/4 cup, just to help keep the vegetables moist. So we're going to go ahead and add these frozen vegetables now into the steamer part of this, and then we'll go ahead and add our lid. So there we go. And add our water. I want these completely submerged in water, so I'm going to fill this up till they're submerged. And then once they're cooked, I'm going to go ahead and just nuke these in the microwave so it's real quick. And once they're fully cooked, then I drain the water off, and I'll show you what I do. So we add a teaspoon and a half or teaspoon of olive oil here. We mix it up real good, and then we add our seasoning packets that we've had setting aside. Okay, so we have our seasoning packet in there all mixed in, and now I'm going to add just a smidge of the soy sauce. So I'd say about 1 teaspoon. You don't want to get carried away because you don't want this to be real salty. So there you go. Okay, because of what happened with my last pan, I had to switch over to this copper one. And the eggs dripped over the side and burned, and I had to clean up a mess. That's what happens sometimes. So we're heating that back up. Check our double boiler here. Stir our steamed vegetables. That's coming along nicely. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on there, but they're steaming quite nicely. I have a big chunk of broccoli right there. Chop that up. There we go. I'll let you guys take a peek in the steamer here. So there's what we got going on in the steamer. Those are coming along quite nicely. We're continuing to fry our eggs here, getting ready for our rice. So our rice is cooking down. We just got a little bit longer for it to cook down to make sure that it's fully cooked, and then we'll be adding it to our eggs. So now our rice is cooked down enough to go ahead and add to the eggs, so we're going to add it to the eggs over here. The pan is hot. There we go. Probably about a tablespoon right there. Alright, so in our double boiler pan, I went ahead and rinsed it out from the rice. We're going to take the teriyaki sauce and we're going to heat that to a boiling point. Stuff right here. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and pour the entire contents of that bottle. Steamed vegetables over here to the side that were on top. They're just sitting here waiting, and they'll be added to this once it's at its boiling point. And our fried rice is sitting over here, ready to go. So now all we have left to do is get our vegetables into this once we get this to a boil. Hopefully you can see it's at a nice slow boil, and now we are ready to add the steamed vegetables. We've had our vegetables ready here for a little bit. We just make sure and drain off any last bit of juice before we dump them in. And now we dump them into this boiling sauce. I just want to see it boiling a little bit, and then it's ready to serve. So as you can see, now it's at a nice slow boil, and we have it on a medium heat. So it's ready to serve up. Let's plate this delicious meal up, shall we? Put up some of our fried rice on the plate. Now we're going to add just onto the other side here a bit of our spicy noodles, just like this. And now, for the pièce de résistance, we take a ladle full of our hot vegetable mixture and just pour it over the top of both sides. And voila! That is ready to be served. Okay, we have our taste tester here, David, Mr. David, and he's going to let us know what he thinks of this dish. So go ahead, David, give us a taste. Now there's a combination of rice, fried rice on one side, and I haven't sampled it, so I have no idea what it tastes like. And then the hot romaine noodles on the other side. So, and you may want to mix it up even. Good?
It's good.
Would you want me to fix it again?
Sure.
So you really like it?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thanks, David.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm going to sample it before you watch the whole video. Oh my, that's good. Mmm. Oh, delicious.